So Paulie Malignaggi was on this show the day after he sparred with Conor McGregor and talked like a guy who was talking up the guy who he was sparring with.
Kind of.
Well, he was. He was saying, hey, look, I went 12 rounds with him. I'm not going to really tell you. I used all the language that I think Floyd's going to talk and try to get under his skin, and his stamina's up. And then pictures come out the next day where Paulie's on the canvas, and then his face is also all kind of smushed up because Conor's landing one of those left hands.
Yeah.
And he got pissed about those pictures being coming out. And my first thought was like, okay, I know that's a very prideful sport and everyone's got an ego. But when you agree to spar with somebody, don't you agree to kind of be the second fiddle in that regard? Like if Denzel Washington ever asked me to read lines.
I hope that happens.
Okay.
Training day 2.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not like I'm in the same endeavor with Denzel Washington. Although if you did see my couple of episodes on The Odd Couple with Matthew Perry, Brockman, come on now, right?
I've seen him.
My CSI Miami, where I played myself twice.
And announcer. Well,
no, I didn't play myself. I just played announcer. Yeah, that's why I'm getting my 8-cent checks.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying? That if they showed a scene where Denzel crushed me, I would, I'd understand it.
You wouldn't go on a PR tour complaining about it?
I guess that's the best analogy I can make. You tell me.
I hear you. Listen, in baseball, there's kind of unspoken rules. And in fighting, kind of the same thing. You don't really talk about sparring. And Paulie wasn't brought in to make a mockery of or anything like that. And, I just came from Dublin, at all my live comedy shows out there, 6 shows. And, I was with the Mac Life, who follows Conor and does all his stuff. And talking to them, I don't know if this is out there, so there you go, Rich. But those photos weren't supposed to be leaked. It was originally leaked from a second source. And once it came out, Conor seemed like, all right, what can you do? So... Yeah, listen, I love Paulie. I love Conor, obviously. I'm kind of in the middle on this. But I think with Paulie, he was under the understanding, if you know Paulie at all, he's a great freaking dude. He's the great guy, genuine guy. But he thought, he talked all that trash 6 months ago. I could beat Conor with one hand behind my back. This is an easy fight for anybody. And then, Conor brings him to camp. On the Showtime kind of scrum during the interviews, they go, you can bring Paulie in. He goes, yeah, I am. Why are you bringing in? To beat him up. That's the only reason. Well, Paulie just thought that was hype. He didn't think Conor was being real. They brought Paulie in literally just to try and beat him up, to kind of make a mockery of him and prove a point. Conor's like a baby elephant. He stored that 6 months ago, and now it's here. Those photos got leaked. I think Paulie thought they would spar, then be boys. It didn't happen. So, Paulie's very upset, his ego.
So wouldn't it, though, if I'm reading into it here, just looking at it, because, again, we're waiting for this fight, and we're taking on any sort of morsel of information and probably blowing it up, right?
Yes.
More than it needs to be. But with him upset that he might not look as good because McGregor's laying him out, shouldn't I be viewing that to say that Malignaggi thinks McGregor has no chance to beat Mayweather? Because if McGregor makes him look bad, or he feels that he's being made to look bad by McGregor, then this guy isn't up to snuff to beat Mayweather. Isn't that a logical leap to make here?
No, I don't think it's that. I think, and again, if you ever have a fighter in here, or if you've had an NFL player in there and he talks about how good he is in practice, probably not a very good fighter. No one really talks about that stuff. I've been in there with some big-name guys, and I've been knocked down, they've been knocked down. It never gets leaked. You don't talk about it.
Well, what if it did? Would you get pissed?
Again, Conor's team's not pushing this, are they? Once it was out, and then remember, Paulie came out and goes, he went on kind of PR tour, and I love Paulie, and I get it, and his name's never been bigger, and what he wants to do after this, who knows? And he's going to have great insight on Showtime, but Paulie goes, remember, and this is all kind of guy code, when Paulie goes, he doesn't have knockout power. I've been hit by him, been hit by a lot harder guys, and then you have to fly back Monday and spar with that guy. Everyone sees that. Any news clip gets picked up. So, of course, Conor team sees that, goes, dude, what are you doing, man? Who spars someone, then does these interviews, talks about my punching power. So I think they were there to prove a point.
You don't talk about Fight Club.
First rule of Fight Club.
Right?
First rule of being a man, you don't talk about practice.
Nice.
We're talking practice.
Nice.
Talking practice.
I like it.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.